Hey there, everybody. It's Mel and Tony and Kyle. It's Kyle, Mel, and Tony, and we live again under the tree chat. Sorry we're late. I have to apologize. I'm always doing 10 million things, and I should just be doing one at a time. Mel, you okay?
I'm good,
Kyle, you had
thanks.
a good week?
Yeah, I had a good week. Yeah,
Yeah, we missed you last week, Kyle. You know,
yeah,
yeah, you were doing some things, eh? Well,
yeah.
you got to check up on them girls now and then. You can tell me his things, but I understand that. That's fine. So, what our show today is signs of a cheater. Everybody waiting on this show. Signs of a cheater.
Well.
Let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
My eyes always find cheaters. My eyes can find cheaters. Look here.
Uh,
Oh, God, you missed that. Signs of a cheater. My eyes can find a cheater. Mel,
Hmm.
so my eyes find you. What happened? You a cheater?
I must be wearing
You a
cheetah
cheater?
colors.
You a
I
cheater,
must be
Mel?
wearing cheetah colors.
Oh, you cheat?
Is cheetah?
uh,
Anyhow,
God, God,
we can see the real
God,
cheaters on May the
yeah.
12th. Bella's wrong, and the cheaters gonna show up.
God, you want to talk politics. The bell is
Okay.
rung. I can give her,
Okay.
I can give her exactly what she want, what she looking for. Minutes can get a cut it.
Oh, live and
That's what the
direct.
bell in the ring. That's what the bell in the ring. And
Hold on,
Okay.
wait. You say minutes?
You
You say
see,
minutes?
Menace is a single man, an independent candidate. I'm more
Yes, I
concerned
said. You
which
mean
party.
Pentati?
Huh?
I say he must see me in Pentati. He saying minutes. What minutes got minutes ain't the leader? Good afternoon.
Minutes can get beat. And
Only
Yeah.
talking because that's the constituency I am in.
yeah,
But
Oh.
she's,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
she's
yeah.
pull out for minutes.
but
And
Oh, she pull out. Oh.
yeah,
Okay. I understand what's going on. I
the
get.
party now, Bahamians is do party politics. They
yeah,
don't do
Yeah.
candidate politics. So
yeah,
I know that. Yeah.
yeah.
I
But
they don't
Concal,
they don't cheat for independence. They cheat for parties.
but minutes can get beat. Once minutes get beat, I all right. Concal,
what minutes do to you?
minutes
What
ain't
minutes
doing
do?
nothing to me. Minutes old and cold and need to go sit down and let the young people take over. He had his time. How
Oh, yeah.
he served Delaport. That's
You
what
think
Delaport
you think minutes can get beat though?
cut him.
You think he can get beat
I'm on this show and I'm telling you, minutes can get everlasting beaten.
from
Listen
And
up.
who?
that's only because the too many candidates in the area. You got a total of four
No, let's break it down.
contesting this
You want
seat.
to break it down?
You
Okay.
already break it down in
Yeah.
the last.
Yeah. Now, and next thing, I just got Carl, we can do Long Island voice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do Long Island.
Okay.
Long Island, bring Anthony, what is the boy, the Rollins guy,
Rollins.
Dr. Rollins. Do you think they can find a better candidate? Only because he yellow. Anytime somebody yellow, they throw him there, they think he's yellow to bite the people in Long Island food enough to vote for him.
I honestly don't know where they get him, where they find him from, but like I say, I don't know. That's like I say, I don't make the decisions. I guess he
In
was one of them people because we
Long
had
Island,
candidates here
And
who
you in Long
was
Island?
vying for the F.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's what I'm saying. We had candidates here who was vying to be the FNM candidate who got looked over for Andre Rollins. I don't understand it. But like I say, it is what it is. I don't know.
that's cheaters
That's
right
where
there. Cheaters in
Well,
party
that's
well,
politics.
that's
well
right there.
Michael Pintard is looking for the best man for the job. So he used Andre Rollins.
Yeah, but Andre is not the best man for the job.
In
He,
his opinion and his numbers, he figured Andre Rollins is the best man. Well,
yeah.
I but I tell you what I think. I think Dr. San should have gone there. They might have done well because
Yeah, but Dr. Sands, he doesn't have any like his family might be from Long Island, but like he doesn't
And
have a
I'm the
presence
real
here. He doesn't have a presence in Long Island.
so
So
what you think happened in Long Island?
my thing is Andre Rollins. I don't have nothing against him, but I feel like there were better candidates for them. Now, uh, he will win a seat. I will say he will win a seat, but he will
Andre
win a seat.
Rollins.
Yeah, he
Uh,
could win a seat. I think by default.
Why? Because
Um,
Long
it,
Islanders are red.
because I don't think enough people are gonna vote to make the seat flip.
okay.
I don't think enough people. From what people are saying here, they're not
Mhm.
interested in voting. So I don't think that there's gonna be enough people who will be able to vote PLP. You see, but I think it's going to be a close race. But I still
Mhm.
think he will win by default.
So what
That's
you
my
telling?
prediction.
So my prediction, what you telling me that Andre Rollins can be the next leader of the FNM?
The next leader?
Yeah, of the
No.
FNM.
No,
Why?
no.
Because
The next leader is Shannon Dawn. That's the next leader.
you think Shandong gonna win the seat?
I think he is.
Shannon Dawn will win a seat. Yeah,
Okay, Andre Rollins gonna win his seat from your estimation.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Shannon
I
gonna
think.
win his seat from your estimation.
Yeah,
Okay,
May I ask who are the contesting candidates against Shenandoah Cartwright? Because I haven't seen any
it's a
other.
Wells guy. I think it's a Wells
Owen
guy.
Wells.
Owen Wells.
Owen.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you what, if Shenandoah wins his seat, I can tell you Andre Rollins will become the next leader of the FNM because when Michael Pintard loses, he might lose the seat, but when he loses the election, they need a new
I
leader.
don't.
What you mean
That's
he didn't lose a seat?
that's
In
that. I can
Freeport,
tell you.
Freeport is talk
That,
FNM, but they
that's not happening.
they, they
That's not happening.
talk FNM and do FNM. Sorry,
Uh,
what did you say?
Andre Rollins is not gonna be the next leader of FNM. Never. It's never gonna happen. I don't
So
know
let
where
me
you
ask you
get
a
that
question.
from.
Who else you think will win their seat?
Shannon Dawn is going to be the next. If he's been primed. I don't know if you can't see that by now. Now let me. I can say this. I can say this right. It don't really matter because the PLP is gonna win this election anyway. But
Right.
my thing is though, it don't matter who the FNM put as the next leader. They need to rebuild. They need to get rid of all of those old people. I'm not old, but get rid of the people who've been in their party and bring new people in.
Well,
They
hold
need to
on.
rebuild the party from
So
scratch.
so this is
Get
why I
rid of
tell Andre
Pintard.
Rollins will win.
Get it. No, Andre Rollins has been there and he's been flip flop for
I
years.
know that, but let me tell you what's going to happen when the FNM. We can finish talking about it. When the FNM win, when Andre Rollins win, and the FNM lose, now what's going to happen? They can get rid of Pintard and Shenandoah for breaking up their party. They can get rid of both of them.
I don't think Shannon Dons can take the blame for that. I don't think
Okay.
so.
Let's
I
sit
don't.
back and see yet to come. If you know politics, um, if you
But my
know
thing is, you
this
need
is
to
how.
have at least one experienced person. So who you can get rid? If you get rid of Pintard and you get rid of
Well,
Shannon Don,
I can
who
tell you
will
what
you
I
be?
have a hunch.
That's what I'm
I tell
saying.
you, I tell you who I can have a
It's
hunch.
not
And
gonna be
and
Andre Rollins.
but I agree with you, Kyle, because that is perhaps the one ray of hope that the PLP have of winning, and that is experienced political leader.
Hmm.
Other than that,
Right.
when you look
Right.
at the profile of all the large groupings, it ain't too much to choose from other than going with what already there.
Zane
It's not
might
too
get it.
much to choose from.
Listen to what I can say. Go ahead, say what you got to say.
Huh?
Hmm?
No,
Go
I
ahead.
was saying that it's not too much to choose from, but in my opinion, both parties need to over. No, I'm not gonna say overhaul. Let me
But
say that
let's yeah. Well, let's look at
I think that you need to just focus on young people now. Just
no
forget about. I think
no
there has to be some more involvement from young people.
no. Listen,
I
Right.
agree,
I don't agree 100%.
but
Yeah,
but
I don't agree with that 100%.
what my pet peeve is we need to let doctors go and do medicine, let lawyers go and study law, and
Right. Right.
people who study in the area of political science and stuff
Right.
like that, who study organizational leadership. They're the
Yeah.
people who
Yeah.
need to
Majority
in
of lawyers does
leaders,
that.
they're
Majority,
I agree.
organizational leadership.
yeah, that's what the lawyers does. That's why. See, you need to be
Only
able
some
to.
So
lawyers.
the
You need,
law,
Only some.
yeah,
that's
and you
different from
need
Some.
you need people
organization.
in parliament who knows the law. That's the key,
Yes,
right?
Yeah, but then
that's
they also need to study political science
That's
and
what they
very
do.
political science. Right. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
study
I agree
political
with
science.
that.
Yeah, but watch this.
But we don't
See,
have. But see, Bahamians ain't interested in politicals. That's another thing too. Like we don't have enough Bahamians studying that.
no,
And even when
because
I
but
look,
was,
the people who have studied it are elsewhere contributing
elsewhere, right,
to
right,
external nations because
yeah,
of the way that we do politics in the country.
yeah, but see, y'all sit on the fence and y'all make assessment of y'all. I go in the deep in the valley and go down. See, y'all
Mm-hmm.
just sit down what you hear, what y'all see. I actually go on the ground. I just come from the ground.
Okay.
Okay, so when I go on the ground, I mingle. I try to ask questions. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. And when we talking about politics, you have to go on the ground. I just come from Bimini, right? Now watch this. There's a whole trick in Bimini. There's a whole trick going on in Bimini. I didn't know until I get there and get on the ground and ask the boatmen and ask the people in the hotel and ask for the last 2 years or year, Bimini was struggling with,
mm-hmm,
yeah, there's certain days of the year that Bimini bloom, most all the
right,
American holidays.
Seasons, yeah.
You see, that's where all the boaters come down and the whole island, 'cause everybody trickle down. Though they survive on the cruise ship, they also survive of the boaters. That's how they make their money, the fishermen and all of them. So what had happened with this outrageous price that the government had for boaters docking fee,
yeah,
the Americans boycotted
yeah, yeah,
coming to the
yeah,
Bahamas.
yeah,
So Bimini, who survive of this in their stores, in their churches, because you got to get collection, all of it suffered. And so they were up in arms with the PLP.
okay,
The PLP didn't understand this. They say, well, they rich, these people didn't put money in it. They didn't understand that people were actually hurt. So what happened, the PLPs in Bimini started to get irritated, agitated, because
okay,
people are losing
Income.
income.
But
Go on.
at the end of the day, right?
Mhm.
I can't say that the PLP was wrong for levying taxes on people who come and use us for their playground, basically erode the environment and they pay nothing.
I agree. No, but I
mm-hmm,
agree with you. But you can understand if you
But
tap it. Wait, listen. Let me finish the story, and then you can talk. And exactly what you say is right. And so what happened? That Kingsley, who the MP,
mhm,
the people, PLP MP, asked him to go to his government and talk about this because this is hurting us. Remember now,
but these people could afford it.
Bimini just go on their own. Bimini split from Freeport. So Bimini was part of a West End,
yeah,
right?
Western, yeah,
And so when they come on their own, when Kingsley took over, so what happened? Um, the role fella who now who's running for Bimini, but what really happened? Kingsley was such a waste of time. MP just came. He's such a waste of time. MP. He had to move to West End because remember Bimini is basically F&M country. The only Obi try to sway them and get them. So the PLPs is actually West End, and they
Yeah.
married. So Bimini on his own now. So you got to understand what they call the geopolitics and all of this. So Roll went there and get it revoiced in a month. He just take over as the candidate down there was announced again. And he went to the prime minister and he get the job done.
But that's only see
But
see
for
you
who?
don't understand. This
Mhm.
is the
Leroy, whatever
era
name you
where
want.
things are gonna be done because
What?
they want to get back in power. Now, to say that the person who was there before
Mhm.
was a waste of time, basically they waste time all the time until close to election. That's cheating.
So they get it
Yeah.
revoiced. Okay.
So
So that's
so
cheating.
it,
They
it
got
is
it
not a
revoiced. And
reflection
so
on the person who was there before this
and
current
so
candidate.
now the water in Bimini, the political water is this. The PAP might pull it off with a very slow margin because you now have to win these PLPs back. And that's the temperature of Bimini.
But
So,
I don't like the idea that people label themselves according to a political party. I believe that people who are really genuinely interested in the country,
mhm.
right, should label themselves Bahamian. And when they vote, they should vote in the interest of the country.
Yeah, but some people supposed to vote in the country, but they see red. They don't change from that
Because it's
because
the mentality.
the minute see red ain't gonna never vote PLP.
No, I
Independent
believe that. People
see
don't understand that too.
independents will vote PLP.
Independence will vote PLP, yeah.
Forty
But not
percent of PLPs and 40%
and
of
PLPs will
FNM.
vote FNM.
And that 20% in the middle
PLPs would vote
is the
FNM.
swing voters. And so the
Yeah.
swing vote FNMs will not vote
Never.
PLP.
Never.
They will
They'll never
stay home and go to the beach.
they'll never vote PLP.
Right. But PLPs, so
PLPs would vote FNM.
they'll vote
PLPs would
FNM
vote FNM.
because
That's what I say.
PLP get mad because you ain't bring
Yeah.
the money that you promise. If you promise a PLP, you can bring him $200. You don't bring that. Simple as that. He gonna vote FNM. Country has nothing to
That's
do with
that's
And
this.
and 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 that comes right back to what you said about the folks in Bimini.
Mhm.
We historically are affected by decisions. But if you don't make changes for the long term, the short term little pinch or shortage that you might have as a result of a major policy. The Bahamas is a beautiful place, and the tourists, if they want to have fun, they have to pay for the fun that they
If
have.
P-
They listen in their own country. They have to pay certain taxes. Okay, they
Bahamians are
gotta pay taxes for their house. They have to pay tax for everything. So why you want to
that's
come erode our pristine environment and not pay? All
listen,
you do is come in and
listen.
dock and party.
Bahamian doesn't care about that because the
they don't
money
care about
don't
that. They
in
don't
their
care about
pocket.
But they need
You
to care about it. That's why
they need to
the
care about it, but
islands,
see that's it.
because that's why the islands are underdeveloped right now,
Oh,
because the
thank
little
you. Thank you, Mel.
centralized funds.
I pay
Thank you, Mel. Thank you
I
so much.
pay I pay for the government to think about that.
But the government
Listen,
can't think about it when the government being paid by the money you
But
making
that's the
too.
mentality of people.
Well,
that's
then
the
they need to be
mentality.
educated.
The people
They
cannot
need
be
to be
educated when you
educated.
start. You
It
cannot
comes
learn
down
when
to
you start.
education. Bahamians don't read. The Bahamians don't look up on the laws. Bahamians do not know anything about the economy. The Bahamians don't know anything about politics. They don't know. All they know is how I need money in my hand.
That's
I
what they
need
And
do.
money. In my hand.
and and
That's
and
the only
and,
thing Bahamians know.
and you know what? And they know how to spend it on name brand to make other people rich, not to invest themselves. You have, and they have problems when The Haitian get business license, the Chinese get business, but you even ain't trying to get one.
You
Listen,
ain't
John.
trying to get no license. You
Right.
ain't doing the steps that you believe it
Let me
must
ask you
fall
a
in your
question. Who teach them this? Where they get this from?
Hardship.
No.
Hardship.
Where they get it from? Their parents. So it's us
It's
responsible.
the politicians who tell them they ain't gonna be, they don't be this and don't be that. You could be something else.
Listen, the politicians has
The
nothing to do.
politicians,
Is
they
the
take advantage.
parents. The parents in the houses. See, let me see my son here. All the way. Wait. I can tell you something. Then you can lay you out.
No, I want. He said something.
Oh, you
What is
saying
that?
something?
No, I was saying the politicians take advantage of the less educated people in the country. So
Then
if they
educate
say,
people in the country.
right,
My
right.
mother.
So
Go
yeah.
back.
Now I was gonna say that the politicians know that if you give Bahamians food and rum and give and you promise them things, then they could be looking for you. And if the Bahamians don't get it, then they can complain that they
And
ain't get it.
and
That's it.
and when the
That's it.
election over, they go away until the next election period.
But
Bahamians toe line and ask for this and ask for that and ask for the next. And some of them really, it kills the spirit of the people.
that's how
I
life
believe
goes.
hell to the no.
What do you mean no?
You as a
woman,
parent, you
Yeah.
just was about to use your son as an example.
Mhm.
As I see it, the government is the parent, the gatekeepers, the decision makers for national advancement. And if you ain't making that, you ain't getting my vote.
Listen. Let me educate you all on this. Listen, when let's go right back to this. When I was growing up, I had a mother who used to do so many things. She was a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
We had 5 kids in the house,
Mm-hmm.
5 of us. My mother used to do straw work. She used to cook. She used to bake tart.
Mm-hmm.
She used to do everything just to make ends meet.
Which was typical of
Bahamian,
Bahamian
okay.
women of her era.
Right, okay,
Okay.
right.
Keep moving.
But
forward.
she was always a person who's still in her children.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to call her Grammy, these boys. And she's still in them. And you work for what you want. You ain't getting nothing free. So the culture of the Bahamas is that I can take care of you. That's what it is.
That's what the politicians say.
No, that's what the
Why?
mothers tell their lazy son who is still in their house today, and they still taking care of him. That's what it is. And so we hasn't changed. And I ain't beating a woman. I talking about. And that is what is wrong with our country today. We have so many people are not teaching our kids to do multitask. Because if one thing don't work, get on the next. We teaching our kids today. Everybody trying to be a lawyer and doctor, and everybody have no skills to be a lawyer and doctor.
All you need is brain to be that. You don't need no skill because every doctor walk around with a book to refer and tell them what is the next thing to do.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Same thing with law. Law is all about following precedents.
Oh, it's all about. That's it.
But
you always need is intelligence.
So
you need the money.
And you don't even need that much. But I can tell you what it is that gets them there.
No
it's the money. The parents could afford to pay for them to go to school, so they go to school and they become doctors and lawyers and whatever.
Who started this money thing?
Politicians.
No, woman.
Stop talking foolishness.
You don't like money, woman.
Stop talking foolishness,
woman. You all like money, and let me tell you something.
But then guess what? But guess what? You said it right. Women work hard for their money. Women were the leaders in most homes, including yours. That's what you just said. Women love money, but women don't have a problem working for their money. Now, let me say.
That's the old. You just say that's the olden days, woman. Normally, every folks.
Women of today, more women of today are in the workforce than women of that era.
Most women today don't want to work. To work on their back.
That's not true.
Listen, they got their hand open. You you want to see something? Get married to a Bahamian woman, and don't take care of her today. See if how long your marriage can last. Lose your job,
Well, men always took care of women
but lose your job, and you'll
in the
see
days of
how
old.
long she be your wife.
She'll go and find somebody else who could take care of and your children.
That's all I can say.
Needs have to be
You
met.
must be
But anyhow,
thinking, Lord have mercy. You must be thinking
listen,
of the good times you had. This Bahamians party too much.
I don't disagree with that.
And
But and you
we
know, I could
and we
say a
blame
lot
the
of us.
politicians for everything.
they
The
blame
pol-
they the
They ain't the
government.
politicians.
It is the structure of the society.
No, it's the structure of us.
And the
We
politicians are responsible
no.
for leading the process.
The politician cannot lead when you come to the politician and you tell him, my mother died and I need some money to bury her. If you don't give that politician that money, the politician give that money, he will
If the
be
politician don't give you the
labeled
money,
around the
oh,
world.
I can't stand my MP. I can't stand
Okay,
it. That,
But
it's
where do they
money.
get that mentality from, though?
Let me tell you where they get it from. They get it from you, the black people, the black race, the black people. Me and you. Me and you ain't nothing. We full of shit.
You see, if I wasn't somebody who was old enough to know what the Bahamas was like before it became an independent nation, when poverty was unheard of.
Because the white man was the leader. And you know why? The white man think out of the box. The black man think that I going and take. The white man thinking, if I hold on, if I spend this money through this to build this, I could then have my daughter sell the food inside. I could have my son then rent a car outside. That's what they think.
all of it is by design.
Yeah. And
It's,
so
they,
when we
they,
have
they,
black people, when see the black race is the worst thing. Listen, sometimes I wonder why my mother bring me black.
Dropping acid. Kyle, what were you about to say?
I was about to say that, well, the black mentality is like that because of what happened to them, passed down from generation to generation. Okay, the white man never taught them nothing, so they had to find their own way. And obviously, if you look at the black race, you notice that that's where they get the black crab syndrome from. I can't have you making more money than me. I can't have you um having more children than me. I can't have you looking better than me. And it's all stemmed from slavery. Which one has the best family? Which one has the best genes? Which one got the best? And so it's all of it is by design. They want black people to fight each other.
Carol.
And so they have adopted that mentality. And that's why we can't get nowhere.
See,
That's
some
why we
fathers, um, let me see.
Yeah, we just want to say
Hello,
hi,
Carol.
Carol Francis Strong.
Yeah, hi,
Thanks
Carol.
for joining
Yeah.
us.
See, I would say this, Carl, and I don't like what I see my Bahamas coming to. I 63. I've been around in the good days of the Bahamas. I remember as a coach in basketball, I used to pick up children, take them to church, take them on the court, feed them, buy tennis, do everything. They're my children. My children, my two sons was home. I would phone some other boy children because I know my son. I feel in my mind my son was okay. They were disciplined. I have them okay. So I wanted to help. Today, people are seems to be helping. Seems that they preying on the children, and they more looking for this prestige from the children. it ain't about us helping the children no longer. And so these are
About the
same children. Go on, Cal.
about the image. Yeah, it's about the image.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Looking to see who they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. And then again, everything is so politicized.
Mhm.
everything.
Everything is politicized.
Mhm.
And the genuine heart of the individuals are literally swayed by who is seeing me. The motive is not right. The intention and the consistency. When they do it for a period of time and they don't get the recognition, they get in the media, they get in social media, and they complain, oh, I do this and I do that. But if you didn't do it from the sincerity of your heart, then
Right.
no wonder you're disappointed because your expectation has been lowered or disappointed.
Go on.
But I feel that the real cheaters, I coming right back to it, in our nation are those who rob Bahamians of their right to excel, whether it's in education, whether it's in the workforce. Even now, let me tell you, persons that go for social service assistance, why so many people are needing assistance from the government to feed their family, house their family, clothe their family.
Right, right,
Who's
right. Yeah,
failing? Where is the failure occurring?
yeah.
You want us to do statistics on that? You want us to work on that?
It is too many.
We need to put
It's
a
too
A
many.
lot.
we need to put
And
out
and
the status.
when people come around campaigning for the upcoming election, they want to know, what are your concerns? What would you like? You know?
Because we have the
Yeah.
same concerns. I need my water bill paid. I need my light. We don't think nation building. We think
No,
small.
no. See,
Think
yeah.
small. And so all's what I mean. I think politicians should be about nation building. I don't think it should ever be about individuals. I think it should be okay. If you tar the road, you're supposed to tar the road. You ain't doing nothing special.
You want to
Yeah.
know what they think they're
You
doing
tar the road.
special?
What?
When they do things like small business training and all of that,
Mhm.
but you go through the ropes of it, you have 10 opportunities to satisfy 1,000 people.
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, 1,000 persons go after a little piece of biscuit that you holding out to say,
Mhm.
here, I can train you how to do this, I can show you how to do this, put in your application and we will help you. People get frustrated by the process. Okay. Not only that, few of them even stop to think that, okay, they have one or two or three success stories. But in order for me to succeed, I got to go pay somebody to help me because I don't understand the language you're using. You giving me a certain amount of support. You giving me hope, but at the end of the day, I don't have this and I don't have that and I don't have the next. You know what is also very, very disturbing? How Bahamians are having a hard time registering the birth of their children, even.
Oh, yeah.
But other people are coming and they're registering it and getting it done like that.
Done.
Well, the system is catered to
It's
other
set
people.
up to exactly.
Because I tell you what, something I learned recently that shocked me. We got a lot of Bahamians. Listen to this, Kyle, and I could vouch for this because I had a situation. I helped somebody the other day, a Bahamian born on this earth 64 years, don't have a passport,
No
a raw
passport,
born Bahamian.
can't get their birth certificate,
What's
And
can't get an
birth certificate?
affidavit. Everybody else who was around the
and,
No,
witness
and Melanie,
is
you
there.
could vouch for this. Just right, you know what I'm talking about. You see this happen. 3, 4 times, right?
I'm sure.
I talking about the birth thing.
Well, the birth certificate definitely.
And so,
But also this, you watch what is happening in
but
other
every
nations,
time
other
a Haitian
nations.
has a baby,
Hmm.
they make sure their children are registered. They make sure they get that birth certificate. They make sure the next step is they can get that passport. They can make sure do those things, and
Make
that's
sure
the
to
first thing they can do.
yeah.
What we need to do here in the Bahamas is stop the politicians from talking nonsense.
They need to stop politicizing this issue. That's
And
number one.
yes, and clean up
Everything
this
is
birth thing.
politicized.
Go
Yeah.
to
Everything.
Parliament and change some
Go
laws
to parliament,
to correct
change the
it.
law, make it
And
strict.
and
And
and one of
law.
the laws might be tough on a lot of people, and this might be tough, but you cannot go into prison mark and just born a child and say it's a Bahamian. It don't work like that. You have to some things in place before you become a Bahamian. One of the, or two of the things could be you got to be your two parents or one of your parents got to be Bahamian.
One parents, I would say one
One parent
parents.
be Bahamian,
Amen,
or
right?
or it has to be where this person worked for over 20 years in the country, have a clean work permit.
Yeah,
You
something like
understand?
that.
So you have to
Yeah.
put the little things in there. So don't come to me on a rally. Yup, them days of that's why the young people can't vote.
But you want me to tell you?
So we need to
You want me
clean
to
it
tell
up.
you though? You want me to tell you though? We put a lot of the blame in the politicians' lap,
Exactly.
right?
It's not
But Bahamians enable foreigners
right.
by standing
Bahamians
in the gap,
It's
I've said it.
Bahamians. Don't blame the
Bahamians,
foreigner. I mean the
it's
politician.
standing,
Bahamians.
It's
standing,
Bahamians.
standing in the gap. Oh, this my godchild. Oh, this my
Lying.
right? And yes, that's it. They tell lies.
He lived right in the corner here all these years. He ma grew up here. His mom named Jacob. And they
No,
watching.
what's really shocking to me too is that a lot of people don't realize that Haitians cannot own shanty towns. So if you look at if you look at who is the name on the shanty town, who has the name on the crown land, it's Bahamians. Bahamians are enabling the Haitians in those areas. Bahamians are the ones doing the fraud, bringing the Haitians in. It's Bahamians who's doing this, and we always targeting the Haitians. But the Haitians can't do nothing if there's no Bahamians helping them.
The
So
most well,
one of the issues we face.
I'll tell you one thing. The myths and fears of Bahamians when it comes towards people of other nationalities, right? Is that, and it has been around for forever. If I don't do this, they can fix me, or they hear stories where people get fixed and all that kind of garbage. So, fear,
Right,
ignorance, and all of that mix is why
right.
Bahamians make a lot of poor decisions that give away their birthright. Um,
mhm.
Carol say on a certain family island, as soon as illegal immigrants have a child, they head straight to the administrator's office
Yeah, yeah.
and waiting for the office to open up so that
But
they can get.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And
Yeah.
and this is not a joke. And this is not a joke. You do you know um, people in Rome, people in France, people all over the world now is collect national insurance from the Bahamas. They retire and they still getting paid.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they do.
And they only make small amount of contribution.
Right,
That's
yeah.
why our national insurance, that's why our national is getting depleted. And so we every part of society is getting hit by the same process. And
Right.
we need to
We need a whole
we
immigration
really need I don't know what we need, but what we need
reform. We need a reform on the
and
whole thing.
when the last time you think we changed the rules?
I
Now look
don't, I don't even know when the last time
at
we
them.
those laws. I don't even know the last time.
And
Man, those
when the
things
last time you mend them. And you know,
need
and,
amend.
and you know, we let the politicians get away with too much talking about the shanty towns, if you look at the shanty towns and the crown land granted to these people, right? Majority of these people are people in society. These are people who, what we call politicians, pastors, people who actually run the country.
People with authority,
Yeah.
Authority, yeah.
power,
And so they will
affluence,
never change it
influence.
They ain't gonna never change it.
because we love grits. We still trying to cook grits and corned beef and we settle for it. We ain't trying to get a chicken and steak. And so they get away with it because we
Yeah.
don't agitate and we don't change it. And we can sit here and talk on these shows, but we does nothing. After the show we beat up
But,
our gun. We does nothing.
but you see the thing about the passport fraud, right?
Do anything.
You know what's interesting about that is that they're not speaking about who is allowing this fraud. They talking about locking up the people who getting the passport. But
Mhm.
who is doing the actual heavy lifting of this whole fraud? Who is the ones processing the passport? Who
Must be the
ain't
people who have the passport because they want to lock them up.
You cannot
You
see
you
can't lock people up
and,
for receiving and
the
paying
pe-
for something.
on
see everything has to be at a higher level. It
everything
starts
exactly.
it has to be higher level. So it has to be at the top. See, money is the root of all evil.
The love.
The love of money is the root of all evil.
Right.
And there's too many people in the Bahamas love money, and they love money bad. Like money is like they God. When they get money, they get God. That is why we have a drug trade. That's why we have all this stealing and killing and robbing.
That's why you have
Because
all the
we
underhand
yes,
deals
and
and corruption
and we have to
because
clean,
people are only thinking about their own
and we got to
pockets.
clean up our country. And let me tell you what I learned. Don't let the Americans talk no fool. They're the one who train some of us. They're the ones who say don't let nobody talk no fool. They're the most corrupt country in the world.
Oh yeah.
If you got money, you got power in your hands, so you could do anything.
Do anything. Yeah.
In our country, we need to stand up now, Karen. We need to stand up now, and and I think now is the time for us to get together and stand up. But if we stand up now, you know what they say? Politics, red and this blue.
Say
And,
the
Whatever.
fish stink at the head.
yeah,
But recently, I mean, just today, I was listening to two videos, and a lot of people are attacking the existing prime minister, right? And going way back, looking at his thread of activities
Hmm.
throughout the years. But we, it's kind of a juxtaposition, being between a rock and a hard place, because there are people go into politics for the rewards, for the benefits,
yes,
for the
yes.
fringe benefits that come with the whole ideal, the prestige and all of that. um you know, for a long time I have felt that we need a cluster of civic minded people to be politicians, people who really have the heart of the people, the well being of the people in all ministries. I don't think that the social assistance program is the answer. I think there needs to be a revamping of the education system, preparing individuals for life. Okay?
Yeah.
Um, Educators need to be re educated on how to educate.
Yeah. On how to educate. Yeah. See, that's a big thing too. That's a big thing too. Yeah.
We are literally being blinkered, and we are being our path being chosen for us. We're not choosing our own paths. You know, the laws, the regulations, the system. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be laws. Laws are there as a reference point, not as something to be beaten into the heads of individuals. Okay? Think about the criminal mind. Think about the unemployed. Think about the young people who are all going down the path of substance use, right? They're legalizing marijuana if you get so much walk, but if you have another quantity, which might be half an ounce more, you go into prison. These people are used, too many young people are wasting their lives. And they are hell bent on believing there's nothing wrong with it. How are they being cheated? You say it's the parents, right? Your mother worked hard. There are parents that are struggling and they pay for their kids to go to school. In retrospect, personally, I think if I had to live my life all over again, I'd homeschool my children. But they make it illegal for your child to stay home. They have homeschooling as a option now, but
Yeah, that is
who
true.
believe in it? Who believe
They
in
say
it?
no, that's a
If
law.
it is a vicious cycle of failure.
But in the olden days, the old pastors, politicians, and the old leaders used to homeschool their kids. Don't they go to school? They still use it because on
Because
Sundays
that's where it begins. The
Sunday they
home
make you
is the
read the
first
Bible. I
classroom.
remember all these things. They made sit you down and tell you got to read the Bible, and now you don't want to read the Bible, but you're forced to read the Bible,
And you
and
learn to
and that's
read.
homeschooling. That's a part of homeschooling. You're forced.
But you know what
I
to do?
remember.
Because you was forced to
Go
read the
on.
Bible, but you read. You learn to
Yeah,
read by reading the Bible, which is
Yeah.
right.
interesting.
And then my sister, my
Yeah.
older sisters, to force me to read the newspaper to her.
Mm.
Why is she driving? Listen to this. She driving, putting on makeup in the morning, going driving, and she say, "We'll read the headline." And she read why she looking, driving. You know how they put makeup. I sit on the side as she dropping me to school, but I got to read the headline. So little things we miss that we don't do. We don't take time out any longer. We just give our
Mm.
kids the games, push them in the corner. Yeah, buy more games. Let them go.
But then too, Tony, I'll tell you where I see
Mhm.
also the shift in our kids' learning responsibility is the school system, right? You're in school from 8:30 until 3 o'clock, but still, when school bell ring, you have as much work to do at home, schoolwork, than you did in school that
Load the
day.
children down.
So the parents are busy working, and they
Yep.
have this little window to pick them up, send them home or put them in a secure environment, and the only emphasis they have for their children is do your homework, not clean up your bedroom, wash the dishes. They're
No,
not
no
even
choice.
cooking meals and
Not,
having family dinner. The whole profile of the Bahamian family has changed
I
totally.
just,
Everybody live on the run.
And it
I,
is good. It is good. Um, these homeschool. I don't know if you had previous to go around them. I go around them because I have to work in these homes.
Mm,
These kids get so much breaks.
which is good.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Which is good, because when you go into this robot system, I call it this government school robot. You got the kids all day, all day taking notes, all day taking notes. It's like a robot, and that is boring to me.
boring, and the
It's not going
children,
to
and
be
I'm telling you, children are not
interest
on.
focus after an hour and a half.
You have to teach them balance.
Yeah,
And when you look
and so
at how balanced the life of Bahamians are, you have workaholic and you have funaholics. Nobody has a balance to say there's a work life balance where I work so many hours, I spend so many hours with my family, I spend so much time alone to refresh myself, to show love to myself, and then I do. But the church don't keep you busy from program to program. The job keep you away from your family. The men are always out there thinking that their role is to just work, 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 right? No family interaction, so the whole system collapsed.
And then also too, there's another side thing I noticed recently. You go into the environment, its environment also has a lot to do with it. You go into Windsor, you go into these private and these small schools, the environment is so,
It's more friendly. It's more
yeah,
close. Yeah.
it make the kids
Yeah.
want to learn and make the kids want to
Because
go.
it's fun.
Yeah,
Because it's
because
fun.
you got toys here, you got the
Yeah.
posters on
Yeah.
the wall. It makes interesting. You go into
Yes.
government classes, it's like you going into
Uh,
prison,
And the parent and the
and they treat you
teachers
like you're in prison.
and the
Whack,
teachers
quick,
though.
take a stick, whack you cross here, whack.
and it's like, yeah.
And so you're not gonna learn through those systems. And there you go. Carol,
Yeah,
you say,
yeah.
You ain't gonna
Carol
learn.
said, uh-huh.
good, Carol.
Carol says in this
Yeah.
country, integrity is ridiculed and competition is applauded. The history of this country supports this. And that's true.
That's very true.
I
Right.
you know, I in my
Yeah, it
coaching experience, right? I always share with my clients how I was ridiculed for being a person who was positive. Someone said to me, "You always look at the good part of people." And that made me feel like there was something wrong with that, seeing the good in others, right? And integrity is basically consistent behavior, regardless
Right.
to who's watching you, right? Consistently positive, consistently supportive, not just for the camera, that little snapshot where people, or I build in a reputation, I build in my brand, I want to be seen as a particular type of person. But just simply being good for the sake of being good. And it helps you. It
Well,
helps you.
well, we're gonna close because our time is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Times go so fast you won't believe it, and our time is gone. So I want folks out there, Dr. Lightburn, Melanie, the program is excellent. Trust me, it is excellent. Um, how much weeks it is? Yeah,
I have a couple of programs. I have a 9-week program. I have
the
12-week
9 week program.
program. Yeah, the
I'm talking about
9-week
life
is
coach.
for
The life
life
coach.
enhancement.
That's 9 weeks.
Yeah, 9.
She does a program, 9 weeks of life coaching. It's like it's going hot cake. People love it. All people out there, all like needs to try this, and she offered this for nothing, basic, almost basic nothing. I think, and if you stress her out a little bit, she might do it for free. She's that type of person, and so you need to try this life coach program. It's a 9 weeks, 1 hour. How much?
90 minutes maximum.
90 minutes maximum
A week.
A week.
1 day a week. Yeah.
1 day a week is a life coaching, and she is good about. Folks, you need to try this. When you finish this 9 weeks, you wouldn't believe amazing how you think different, your outlook different, and you're gonna feel different about yourself. Try it, and the Melanie you could call up, hit up. She probably even do it for free, like I say. So contact her.
Carol want to know if we have an election special. On what, Carol?
on
our show.
On our show, we will do election special if you want us to do election night too. But
Election night.
yes, we're gonna do a post-election special on that night. We'll have all our paraphernalia, and we have a chart.
Yeah,
We have the
it
whole.
sounds like you have a tricolor.
No,
Yeah,
you can invite too much haters, man. No, don't do that.
yeah. No,
You-
we're gonna have our
You put your-
chat, and we're gonna call it like it is, and we're gonna tell you. We're gonna break it down. How much seats?
Okay, let's
Yeah,
do a
we're gonna
prediction.
use a win.
That's
And we can put it down to sign. And I'm on the ground every every day I go to different community thing because I want to have a good grasp of what's going on. Well, when we talk again, we're gonna talk about Dr. Sands and how Dr. Sands have all of these guys upset. Everybody
Yeah.
trying to beat Dr. Sands, even the ones who are not running, going in Dr. Sands' community trying to destroy Dr. Sands.
Wow.
I want to know why. And I'm going this week to find out. I'm going on the ground. I'm going to walk that whole consistency. 5 days this week to find out. And I come back and I can tell you what exactly the people say. So, Kyle, you got anything close
No, I was asking what's your prediction, so we
on
can
what?
close out
Okay,
on the
what
on
was my
like,
prediction on what?
how
Election
much
out.
On
how
election
much seats?
outcome?
How
How much
many
seat?
Yeah,
seats? Yeah.
yeah,
I
how much seats?
my prediction on election is this: the PLP is going to edge it out. I don't think it's going to be blown like we think. I believe out of the 36 seat, the PLP going to win 27.
It's 41 seats.
It's 41 now. The PLP going to win 27. I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
So I want to know
And
how
I
many
think
you
the
think the
leader,
coalition of independents gonna win?
one seat,
What? You get it? What?
one seat,
Oh, I
Abaco,
don't think
Kai Mills.
Ab-
That's the only seat they might win.
Abaco.
Yep.
That's weird. That's interesting.
I was
That's
on the
interesting.
ground. I was on the ground. The ground black. But
Really? In
the ground
Abaco?
is black. But I tell you a story.
Rich soil.
Abaco is black. Now let me tell you what happened.
Which
I
one?
was on the ground.
North or south? North or south?
The south. The
The
north.
south.
Yeah. Now listen to this.
They're
I want you
not
to listen.
ready.
Listen to what I can tell you.
The north is a red seat, I think.
Yeah. Listen what I can tell you. Abaco had the good and the bad and ugly for candidates. And so now
Yeah.
they're looking for a savior. And Abaco is fed up of the FNM and the PLP. And you know what is interesting? It's good that the Family Islands have independence.
Independent candidate.
Yeah, it worked well for them. Why would
It-
you why would you have a FNM or a PLP doing nothing for you? You might as well have an independence guy
Who ain't doing?
who
Who can't do
who
nothing
can't do nothing
because he
but
ain't with none of the major parties.
yes,
But
it works sense. What'd you say?
personally,
Go personally.
I believe that Bahamians need to stop relying on politicians and work together as a community to build themselves.
How
That's what
you can
I've,
see. Let me explain why Bahamians cannot do without depending on politics. Some people in such a predicament, you need to catch a boat. Wait, listen what I say. Daniel. You need to catch a boat from mainland to the key. Listen now. And from mainland to the key, then you got to get off at 5 o'clock and wait for the boat to come. And then some days you can't go to work because if the weather bad, you can't catch the ferry to go across because they ain't going. So you lose money that day. So you have to depend on the politicians to just keep the ferry going.
But are they keeping the ferry going? Is the
The point
question.
is, they are telling you because of me,
Full of promises.
it's
full
because
of
of me
promises.
the ferry keep going. If not, the man don't want the ferry come to the island. So people has to depend on the politicians to get
I
these little things done.
I believe that the government is essential, but they should never be the backbone of a community.
When the
The
mail
people are
the people.
supposed to build their
the
communities.
mailboat decided they're not going to to Andres because the government they didn't give a contract of the mail to get the mail to the post office. If the government doesn't give the one of these boats the contract, they ain't going because they can't make the money. So the government got to keep the boat
But
going
then
back and
that's still
forth.
subsidizing. That's not providing. That's different from
But that's the
dependency.
way they hold the people in hostage. So they got to. You
But
better
the
depend on
people
me.
have to liberate themselves, is what
So
I'm
the
saying.
people have to get together and buy their own boat. That's deliberate.
Yeah.
But they ain't gonna do that.
They got,
That's what I'm
yeah.
talking about. Anyway,
Basically, the base.
it's under the tree chat. But Mel and Tony and Kyle, where we meet, we talk anything you want us to hit us up, let us know what you want to talk. We'll be back right here next Sunday. Sorry, 3 o'clock, not 5. Melanie was late today. What so what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep a little politics, a little bit of love. And somebody asked me to do a show. What do love got to do with it?
Mm.
So I can sneak that in. Love got a lot to do with it.
But
Uh,
you will elaborate in another show.
yeah, and I'm going to elaborate why love got a lot to do with it. So we can keep the temperature because it's election time. And so everybody that out there was sang on my voice, have a good day. Enjoy. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next Sunday. Bye bye.
Take care.
Yeah, Kyle.